I want to know how it sits with you, the story. Tom Brady cloned his dog. Would you do it? How do you feel about it? 248-539-9797. You love your pets. I think it's a little unnerving. But, John, I think you made a good point. Depends what you want in a pet.
Right. It all depends on what you're expecting to get out of it. You're expecting the exact same version of personality of, like, you're expecting the same dog, then you're not getting that.
You're going to be let down. See, I think for a lot of people, a pet is a companion. You love your pet. You're not going to get the same temperament. They're not going to have the same mannerisms or do the same things, and it's going to be kind of eerie. It's going to look like Fido, but it's not going to act like the Fido that you had for 15, 20 years and really loved.
Right, so it goes to how you train the dog. It goes to, like, because we'll train dogs at, different stages of our life. You have more time to spend with the original one than you do with this one.
And then the other point that's being made a lot on the ticket text is, guys, with too many dogs in the world as it is, cloning would just have the shelters be even more full than they already are. And another one says, it sickens me that Brady's doing this when there are thousands of shelter and rescue dogs that need a home, especially since he's a friend of dog shelters, Allison in Farmington Hills.
Okay, well, I mean, you could choose to go to a shelter if you want. You could choose to go to a breeder if you want. If you're going to a breeder, how is this any different?
Suppose it's not.
Can we learn something from A Force Awakens? I mean, that's an example of clones. The clone turn, the stormtrooper, Finn.
Yes. I don't know.
It could be completely different.
It probably would be.
I mean, it ruined the Empire.
How about a few of these? Can Brad clone Frank Ragnow? To bring it full circle to today. Can Tom clone Giselle to try to get her back too? If you want to clone a female dog, you could always clone Cookies. Knew you'd like that one.
And what do they call female dogs?
John, let's get to the phones.
Oh, okay.
Steve in Westland, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing?
What's going on?
Not much. So, my daughter sits here and she was listening. She's like, she would love it because, we unfortunately had to put our dog down a few years ago and it was her best friend. But on the flip side, like I told the screener, I've seen these two movies. It doesn't end well for these movies. 6th Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger, they clone a dog, then they start cloning humans. And then in the 90s, there's a movie called Man's Best Friend. They cloned a dog, but they also decided to splice in iguana and leopard and everything else in the dog, and it just became a super dog. So what's going to stop everybody from, let's see what else we could do if we're cloning animals?
Right, yes. I mean, you could take this to the extreme, and I don't know that there's anybody that is, in favor of cloning humans.
We had one text say, Tom Brady's getting ready to do this to himself. It's all just a test.
Wouldn't be surprised the way the world's going right now.
He's investing in this company so that he can live forever.
Sure it's all on the table, but for those with common sense.
You don't want to get too sci-fi here?
No, I don't. This is, can we just leave this to, dogs and cats and your pets?
Let's get to Ben and Wayne. You're on 97.1.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, it's kind of the same deal with, like, taxidermying your dead pets, where it's just a little unnatural. I think that death is kind of the thing that binds all life, right? And I think that that's kind of an essential part to understanding that is you just kind of have to accept it. Like, kind of the same thing. I wouldn't want to, clone my dead grandma, that kind of just removes all the point of living.
Yeah, again, if you're talking about people versus dogs, I think it's a completely different conversation. But or pets, and have you ever known anybody that's taxidermied their pet?
No, but I've seen it online, and it is a somewhat popular trend. It's kind of popular, and I don't get that because I like if I taxidermied my dog, I don't know how I would feel if I just had him sitting in the corner of the room. Like, that would freak me out.
Yeah,
it's weird. That's weird.
But this is
kind of like people do it.
And I feel like cloning your pets isn't that much different.
I'm kind of with you. Like, it's like the taxidermy animal comes back to life.
It feels different to me.
Yeah. I'll go back to there's a lot of people that go to the same breeder. Like when your dog passes away, you go to the same breeder because you like the traits that come out of that line. This is just skipping going back to the breeder, and you're just basically rebreeding your dog.
You're going copy paste.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ticket text. Personally, I think replacing a beloved pet with an identical looking pet is a little creepy. A dog made in a lab has no soul. Stephen Fenton. Barbara Streisand has cloned her dog about 10 times.
Oh, 10 times.
Okay.
I knew she did it once. Didn't know 10. Wow.
Since Holmes refuses to make trades at the deadline, can Brady clone Hutch for us? Get that extra pass rusher. They used to still hit quarterbacks back in Brady's day. Brain concussion is real. He may have taken too many hits. And this one says, I think it opens the door to cloning people.
Well, so if that's the path that this goes down, then yeah, I'm not for it. I don't know that you make that leap. The technology may be there, doesn't mean you have to use it on humans.
Starts with Fluffy and Fido and turns into, oh boy. Let's get to Pat in Redford. You're on 97.1.
Hey guys, good morning.
Good morning.
So I'm going to say a hard no on the cloning of the pet. Just that's what my instinct tells me to say. However, I'm curious, and I do want to contest to a degree about you guys saying that the temperament, I believe, or personality wouldn't be the same. If you cloned your dog, and the dog, even though you'd be a little bit older, but you are who you are as far as the love that you give your animal, and if you give that same love in the same environment, and I'll put it in the form of a question. What do you guys think the dog would turn out to be? I'm going to hang up and listen. Have a great day and go Blue.
Go Blue. Well, it may have a similar temperament, but again, dogs from the same breeder can have the same temperament, but there's no guarantee that they're going to. And if I was to clone Rocket, I had more time at that time of my life to be able to spend time with the dog, to train the dog, to get the dog to be the dog that I had a vision of. And at this time of my life, I don't have that time.
You guys, I have 2 dogs. Born and raised raised in my house together. Yeah. Night and day different temperaments. We did the same training, took them to the same dog trainer. They're night and day different, as are my children. They have very, real physical children.
But same breeders, right?
Same breeders. Born and raised with me have very different personalities.
Well, how about identical twins? They don't turn out the same.
I mean, we give them the same love, the same attention, the same everything, and they're different.
Sounds like you don't.
I'm just saying, it would be weird if you built these memories with an animal that looked the exact same way, and then when you went to build on those memories, you got kind of the side eye, and it's like, oh wait, this is a fake, a phony, a clone. It feels synthetic.
I get that.
It's unnerving. It's like out of a horror movie.
Okay, but movies are not real life.
I've heard that.
Yes. All right. So taking your thoughts and ideas from what happened in a movie and relating those to real life seems misdirected.
It hasn't stopped our ticket texters. Apparently there's a movie called Pet Cemetery that we need to watch.
Well, Pet Cemetery, it's an older movie. It's a horror movie.
Has it been redone? I feel like it's been redone.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
I haven't seen it.
I never saw it. I know of
either.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Last word on this. Dan and Dexter, you're on 97.1.
Yeah, real quick about the cloning and the dogs. I was the taxidermy thing. I was going to do it to my Roxy jokingly years ago, and when they started doing that, I heard about it. And my wife said, hell no, no way, no way, no way. And she said, and a week later, the pillow came in with my Roxy's picture on it. And if this is as close as you're getting to doing anything like that, that's all I wanted to chime in on.
That's cute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, and so, yeah, there's things about, if I knew my wife was going to be 100% against it, which she would be, as I would be too. Yeah. But there's things that you needle your partner about, right?
Of course.
Yeah. You'd be like, I'm thinking about taxiderming the dog. And and you get a reaction, and then you try and elicit that reaction over and over, knowing you're never going to do it.
All right, this is a fun break from what has been a lot of trade deadline discussion. We'll get back into that at 9 o'clock. What do you think of Brad Holmes today, and how do you feel about this team down the stretch? John, you're going to go through top teams in the NFL, Power Search?
Yes.
We'll do that next, 97.1.